Money Radio, discussing the business of making and spending money.
Hello, you're welcome to today's edition of Money Radio on Leadership Podcast. Money Radio brings you the latest developments in Nigeria's business and economy cycles and issues of businesses around the world. My name is Innocent Odo, and today we're going to take a look at a very important sector of Nigeria's economic life, which is Nigeria's technology. And we're looking at how Nigeria may have benefited or not from technology transfer. It's interesting to know that Nigeria is an importer of technology products. We import big cars, we import phones, we import virtually every item that is in use in Nigeria based on technology imported from outside the country. And so we are asking today, despite Nigeria's enormous potential in the area of endowment, why has it been so difficult for Nigeria to be able to harness its technological endowments to be able to produce what others are producing, and of course, be able to exploit technological products to the rest of the world. And specifically talking about technology transfer, Nigeria has had collaborations with so many countries of the world who have done some investment in the country. How far these have helped in enhancing the technology transfer to Nigeria is one question that answers are required on. And so today we're looking at how we will exploit the opportunities given to Nigeria to give ourselves that opportunity to exploit technology transfer agreements that we may have had with some countries of the world. I'm not alone in the studio. I have with me a regular guest on the program, Hanel Jafar. Hanel, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Now, Hanel, this is, to begin with, this is something that we have said all the time. Technology transfer, we have been like a broken record. But then, is it because there's a particular lukewarm attitude to this development, and it has not helped Nigeria because we still rely so much on our technology imported from outside? You just name it. Virtually everything that we use in Nigeria, is it the cars that we bought? Is it the electronics? Is it the phones that we use? Farm equipment, office equipment? Just name it. Everything that we use in Nigeria are basically imported. And so it appears as if Nigeria does not have indigenous technology. So these are some of the things that we're looking at, and how do we ensure that the small touted technology transfer is made really possible so that we can begin to domesticate the efforts that have been made over the years.
Okay. Well, when we're talking about technological transfer, most person tends to look at it from the dimension of you importing or bringing technology from outside the country to the country, more of like importing technology. But there are three dimensions to technological transfer. The first dimension is what you've mentioned, which is importing technology. The second dimension is exporting technology. And the third dimension is internal transfer, whereby you transfer technology that has been developed, be it a patent or an innovation, from the institution to the industry. Because we focus so much on importing these technologies. We are not looking at doing internal transfer. The institutions are there that tends to carry out the research that will bring forth innovations. The industries, because the institutions are there, the industries don't rely on the institutions to carry out any form of research. So what would the industry do? They don't have any option but to do what? But to import this technology. So this technology, once imported, now becomes a challenge, because the more importation of this technology, the side effects hit on our own research and development institutes. Because so the more we focus on that arm of TT, that's technological transfer, that wants to bring the technology from outside the country, yes, the more we kill our research institute, and the more industries won't be able to focus on our research institute. An industry would have an issue now. instead of them looking for external foreign nationals or foreign solutions, why don't they just pass that problem? It's a problem. Pass it to the institutions that we have. Then the institutions would now take it as a research by giving students to go and research, and that's how technologies are from. There is a problem. Identification of a problem is the first thing. Once the problem is identified, now how do you pass the problem to the research institute? Do we have that? We don't have how the problem moved from being a problem that I own or that I have discovered to the necessary agency or the necessary institute that would undergo research to bring forth a solution in line with the problem.
There's a disconnect.
Yes,
Between research institutes and productivity.
Exactly.
The inability to convert research into patents, into industrial goods, and so on.
There are so many lapses. The first lapses is, okay, the first thing in every research is look for a problem.
Yeah.
Once a problem has been identified, the next thing is send the problem to the research institute that was supposed to look for a solution. Now, once the solution that stage has been passed, the research institute begins their research on that problem. Now, working with the assumption that research has been able to get a solution, the next thing they need to do is to ensure that there is a patenting on that solution. Yet, once the patenting is done, then the research institute owns that result. They own the solution. Now they can easily give the solution and probably get royalty from that solution. But do we have royalty channels? No. How do we know people that are using a result from solutions from a problem that was carried out as a result of research? No way. Now, once that problem comes, everybody can use that problem without the researcher being indemnified or being paid what is rightfully his for the job done or the good job he has done in bringing forth that solution. Yeah. Now, working with the assumption that there is a patent system that is working, and when I mean a patent system, I mean a patent system that is not only recognized in Nigeria, but a patent system that is recognized worldwide, because we also lack that in this country. Our patenting system is not as comprehensive as it should be. You can patent something in Nigeria. Let's say you patent something in Nigeria 2011, and somebody patent the same thing in UK 2019. The world would align more with that of UK than Nigeria. So what's the problem? There is probably an organization that all patenting organization or all organization or agencies that are responsible for patenting aligns with, that makes their patenting uniform. So where is Nigeria in that organization?
Wow. It's a great deal of a challenge, I must tell you. But then I think the federal government seems to be making some efforts in trying to bridge this gap. Last week, the National Agency for Science, Engineering and Infrastructure, that's NASENI, had a summit with the Embassy of Czech Republic in Nigeria, aimed at promoting technology transfer from Czech Republic. There was this call for public proposals, into what they call Delta 2 program, and that program is just a platform for collaboration between the Czech, technology agency and that of Nigeria, of course, which is NASENI. So there's already a platform to work out modalities on way to at least transfer some technology from Czech Republic. So that has, is taking place now.
That's solving the problem of importing technology, which does not help us as a country. We're looking at how we export technology.
Yes.
Because that, yes, it's solving the problem of importing technology, but of what on the long run, what benefit will it be to the masses? Of what benefit will it be to the income of the country? What we earn more as a country when we export.
Yes.
So let us design a system that makes us productive and become a regular and a consistent exporter of not just products but also technology. Because when we're talking about technology, most person tends to look at it as this. It's more of hardware kind of thing. No. You export anything, but you export services, you export product, you export result.
Yes.
You can design a business ideology, patent an ideology, and export the ideology. It must not be a real product, a physical product, a tangible product. It must not be so. You can patent an ideology. Once an ideology is patent, it passed through the regular process of patenting, and it is recognized worldwide. Anyone that wants to, you can if you want to monetize the ideology, it's up to you. But you can say, okay, yes, this ideology is open. Anyone can use this ideology, but ensure that once you're using the ideology, you give me my royalty, or all accolades comes back to me because I am the owner of the ideology. Because so it must not be hardware. We can export services. We can export manpower. We can export. Now we are exporting manpower, only that it is not benefiting us because the manpower they are relocating.
Yes.
Why don't you design a system that makes you remain in Nigeria and work outside the country?
Interesting. Now we, like you have earlier said, it's not just about physical technology, but ideas can also be developed and exported, which can bring in royalties to the innovators and inventors in the country. We are going to take a short break, and when we come back, we will continue with the discussion. I'm in the studio with Hania Jafaru, with whom I'm doing justice to this important topic.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Money Radio, discussing the business of making and spending money.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, we've been talking about technology transfer, and the question is, has Nigeria benefited from transfer of technology, judging by its enormous potential to even develop its own technological prowess in Africa? And I've been in the studio with Hania Jafaru doing justice to this very important topic. Hania, before we went on that short break, there was something very instructive about the collaborative effort between NICEMI and Czech Republic. Now, $6.2 million, have been earmarked or contributed by both countries to be able to develop that platform, which of course will energize the pursuit of technology collaboration, especially the issue of technology transfer. The Czech Republic, to my knowledge, donated about, are bringing to the table $10.5 million. And Nigeria, of course, has contributed about $5.7 million, which makes it about $16.2 million. So, in this collaborative effort, do you think that Nigeria stands a chance? If it doesn't have the ideas, if it has not developed the design that like you said, be able to benefit from this kind of collaboration when the other people are probably more advanced in the way they have done their own technological, innovations?
Yes, there will be benefits for us, but the benefits it's not the kind of benefits that we would want. Now, these are the kind of benefits that we will have. Now, the reason why we would not benefit much is because of the lack of systems. We don't have systems that has to do with, yes, we may have systems that encourages importation, but we don't have systems that encourages exportation because this is a collaborative effort. Yes. So it's supposed to be more of like an exchange. You import to us, we export to you. Let it not be one-sided that is completely focused on the importation and we exclude the exportation aspect of it. So yes, we would benefit from the importation and would lose out completely from the exportation. Why? Because we don't have systems. Importation, yes, there are many things that we can import from Czech Republic. So many things we can import from Czech Republic. Even they have more alignment. They have alignment with UK, and because they have alignment with UK, so most of their technologies they do them in collaboration with the UK government. And because they do that in collaboration with UK government, we can tap from that resources, and can exploit that relationship to import technologies that are originally designed for the UK government into Nigeria. So that's the benefit that we can one of the benefits we can get from that collaboration. But importing, should that be our concern?
Well, there's another effort being made by the National Office for Technology Acquisition and Promotion, which is NOTAP, another agency of government under the Ministry of Science, Technology, and Innovation, making really great effort to ensure that we bridge this technology gap. The question of the um, Executive Order 5 that was signed into law in 2018 by His Excellency the President Muhammadu Buhari. The implementation have already started, and this agency is also behind pushing that implementation. And part of it is to ensure that some of the products that are being imported, NOTAP takes care of regulating the technology. Yes, how technology that are being brought in here, and of course, making sure that the Nigerian people have access to the skills of those kind of technology that are brought in here. So that in a long way may help into making sure that at least if they are being domesticated here, the Nigerian people, especially young people, can have access to the skill and the technical expertise of this. They may have not started yielding the necessary result so far, because I know the executive order was signed in 2018. This is 2022, 4 years down the line. At least some efforts are still being made, but how far we are going to go with this it still remains a long way indeed.
While NOTAP has different segments of TT, that's technological transfer, that it mentioned that must be captured. At least one of those mentioned. One of it is management services, that's importing services like human resources, accounting services, that's financial services and the likes. The second one is it's technical services, which is one of the areas you're mentioning. Yeah, you are bringing a technology, so you're bringing a machine that has been designed and has been tested and proven to be working in China. You are importing that machine to Nigeria, definitely, because you are importing the level of that you are bringing more of like a subsidiary office in Nigeria. You will definitely import the machines to Nigeria, and that invariably means that you must have people, Nigerians, who are with that subsidiary, and also who knows how to not just install the machine, but also ensure that they know how to service the machine. That's part of technological transfer, because the Chinese guys will train Nigerians on how to install the machines, how to set up the machines, how to manage the machines, how to maintain the machines for a long duration of time. You get that the cost of training them, they are transferring knowledge.
Yes.
You get, so, and that is largely most of what we have benefited from this area of TT, technological transfer. We have benefited from coming to set up, because Nigeria is a large market, so everybody wants to come and bring their products here, then train engineers to come and to start deploying and all that. But beyond that, all these technologies that we are importing, this system does not give us room to design our own, because it's not as to indigenize it. You get, it doesn't give us room to design our own and make it, localize it, let it be our product, let it be owned by us. You get, so that we now know that, okay, now once we have that product indigenized or localized, we can move it from the research institution or the institute that has designed it to the industry that needs it.
Yes, of course. We have to align projects with the needs of the country.
Exactly.
That's what it actually entails. But right now, I think the efforts we are making, yes, very little. Do you see it as very little compared to the magnitude of the
very, very, very little. I am an advocate of exportation. I don't in any way encourage importation. I don't in any way encourage it, but we don't have a choice. Yet the system does not allow us to innovate. Even those that decide to innovate, the system don't allow them to grow.
So
Even
what
though-
is this system that we have to? Something has to be really done. Something fundamental has to be done to, if you like, rejig the system, make it more friendly, or make it more what they call
Environmentally friendly.
Yes, so that the Nigerians are talented, Nigerians are gifted, creative.
The problem is not the capacity. The problem is not the individuals that will carry out this thing called research. Or the problem is not the people that would engage in the development of this product. The problem is after the product is developed, what happens? Because once a product, I wouldn't mind if I have an idea and I go meet somebody and I say, okay, I have this idea and I want you to invest in it, and probably I want us to design a machine, that a generator that makes up water, since Nigeria has large portion of Nigeria has the water dimension to it. So I think this system would work, and I meet somebody, I'm able to convince that person to invest. After investing, I have designed it, it has worked. We see all these things online. Children developing certain things, young guys developing certain things. But what happens after that? They showcase their development and their innovations on social media. But what happens after that?
So there's no
Lastly,
sustainability.
in fact, most of the times, these individuals eventually get exported with their ideas. So when the countries like US see that somebody has developed something that looks like this, what happens? So they come and pick the individual. When you pick the individual, you pick everything that including the product. So they take the person to their country, they patent it in their country, they now be the one to benefit from that innovation. These are the systems we're talking about.
So there's no incentive for sustainability.
There's no incentive for sustainability. There's no environment for growth. Because why would I have a generator that works with water and another generator that works with fuel? And water is way cheaper than fuel. But the government would prefer to use generator that works with fuel. So why?
Wow, that's enough. That's a serious challenge that some agencies of government that are charged with the responsibility of really promoting technology, we have to, begin to address. And especially funding, for instance. 16.2 million might have been a very huge amount of money, earmarked for this collaborative effort between Nigeria and Czech Republic. But then, can it go? How far can it go?
It can go a long way if it is judiciously
utilized.
But again, we've seen cases how our budgets and our the funds that are internally generated revenue, how they are being used. We've seen how they are being used. We've seen how they are being disbursed. So with that, we can just draw into conclusion that there is that likelihood that the funds will not get to the right people that will do the innovations.
And channeling fund not to the right people. Then where are the funds going? What are the funds going to?
That's the question you asked. Them.
Some even going to the account. We have heard recently the story about corruption, people taking away all the money. I don't want to go into all that, but I think the country has to start thinking right. If that start to do something right, so that we can develop these energies that we have. The young people of Nigeria are really, really great in terms of innovation, in terms of inventions, in terms of their creativity, and they have showcased a lot of that.
Can you imagine that you would import a car? You import a car and send that car to Ladipo market, and that car will be customized as though it came from the factory like that. It will be customized and it will work well. We have the internet, and these are people. Largely, these are people that didn't even go to school, but they so much mastered. They are now masters in this thing called modernization of cars, that they can change your car and customize your car to something else, and you see your car and you look and see this car is brand new. That's the extent at which we have the intellectual capacity and the human capacity, but we don't just have the environment and the system to encourage it.
We don't have the environment and the system to encourage creativity in the area of technology. And of course, that has its toll on the Nigerian economy, because we keep importing technologies from outside the country. We import big cars and small cars, we import phones, we have office equipment, and so on and so forth. And so if we don't begin to indigenize our own effort in productivity, especially in technology, Nigeria might remain in the doldrums in the way that the world is going today, because it's a very, very competitive world and nobody is waiting for Nigeria. So Nigerian government, stakeholders in the sector must rise to the occasion and take advantage of the numerous potentials the nation is blessed with in order to change the narrative for the country. It's on that note that we come to the end of today's edition of Money Radio on Leadership Podcast. I'm Innocent Odo, and I've been in the studio with my good friend and, of course, a regular analyst, Anel Jafari. It's always a pleasure having you on the program, Anel. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And so on that note, that we say goodbye and remain blessed.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.